Welcome to the Warrior Way, the Woodhaven-Brownstown School District podcast, where we talk about all things WBSD. My name is Mark Greathead, the Superintendent of the Woodhaven-Brownstown Schools, and I'll be your host as we celebrate where we've been, what we're doing, and where we're going. Today, we're spotlighting the Woodhaven Upper Elementary School, which will open for 5th and 6th grade students for the 2024-25 school year. Here to talk with us today is Josh Satterfield, Director of Curriculum, and Roger Guganus, current principal of Patrick Henry Middle School, soon to be Woodhaven Upper Elementary School. Welcome, Mr. Guganus and Mr. Satterfield.
Thank you. We're excited to be here today.
Yeah, thank you.
First, let's talk about the Woodhaven Upper Elementary School and how it came to be. Mr. Satterfield?
Sure. The WBSD has developed a comprehensive reconfiguration plan that has involved years of research and development. This new 5th, 6th grade upper elementary school will run at what is currently Patrick Henry Middle School. The school will be experiencing large-scale updates over the next few months that include new playgrounds, a STEM classroom, a technology lab, middle and high school robotics, learning commons, classroom renovations, new art studios, and a new band and choir space.
Well, what are some of the guiding principles for the upper elementary school?
One of the guiding principles of the upper elementary school is to keep students younger longer. Throughout the design process, we met with stakeholders to gather priorities, and it was a clear priority to include playgrounds and recess. So, when driving by this summer, you'll see several playgrounds around the building. The belief is that 10 and 11-year-olds still need time to play. Another principle that guided our program design is a gradual release of responsibility. This building could have easily been developed into a middle school instead of an elementary. However, it is initially designed to slowly integrate students into a secondary school model. Later in today's podcast, Mr. G will expand on these guiding principles and discuss the academic offerings in more detail. Overall, each element of the program design is student-centered.
Mr. Guganus, I know you've been doing a lot of work over the last couple months, probably longer than a year, in preparing for the upper elementary school. What specifically have you been doing to engage students and get them ready for the 5th and 6th grade experience?
For sure. In March, I was able to visit each elementary school and introduce myself to the 4th and 5th grade students, as well as answer a lot of the questions that the group had. In April, myself along with my counselors, Betsy Kanagawa and Maria Klaas, we visited each school to talk to the students again and play some icebreaker games and have some fun and just get to know each other. Each student also received a Woodhaven Upper Elementary bracelet to wear, which was a big hit with all of the students. Additionally, we have sent information home and folders regarding students' interests for specials classes. We had a large response to families who came out for informational nights about band and our choir offerings. We are really focused on connecting with our students. We cannot wait for them to begin their journey as they're the first students at the Woodhaven Upper Elementary School. This is an exciting time for students to lead with their interests and form new clubs and friendships along the way. These clubs and activities are still being developed. We will send information out as soon as it becomes available to all of our families.
Mr. G, what are you most excited about for the upper elementary school?
There's a lot I'm excited about. I think one of the big wow factors will be our media center. That's where our students and our staff will be able to be redesigned for some small group and collaborative learning for students. We're also going to have this great STEM area in the building, which will be a designated area for our robotics clubs. Also the playgrounds. I've been looking at the playgrounds out my window, and they're phenomenal. And I cannot wait for students to go out there, and I can't wait to go out there as well and play around on the playground and throw some footballs at recess. I mean, we have students who need to be active and we need the appropriate equipment. I'm glad that the district is doing that and giving them that outlet.
Thanks, Mr. G. Mr. Satterfield, can you tell us more about the STEM component of the upper elementary school?
Yes, so we are really excited about our state-of-the-art smart labs coming to the upper elementary school. This is going to be the first smart lab in the district. And within this lab, students will be able to engage in project-based learning modules, which include circuitry, manufacturing, technology, robotics, and software development. This new learning experience will guide the students to set SMART goals and then solve problems while they develop career readiness skills.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the staffing and teaching model of the upper elementary school. Mr. G, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about some staffing additions. I mean, we were so blessed to have Dr. Diana Baldesberger join us at the WUE as the assistant principal. Dr. B is what she'll go by, so we'll have Mr. G and Dr. B, so very easy for people to remember. She's going to be a familiar face with a lot of our students coming to the WUE because she was the art teacher at Bates Elementary, so she's going to be a great place for those students to connect really well because they already have a great relationship with her. As for how classes are going to be structured for students, the fifth grade students will be organized into 2 teacher teams. Students will be assigned a single teacher who will team teach with the other teacher. There will be a similar day routine as students have now in most elementaries. A group of fifth grade teachers will be considered a house. Fifth grade students will stay with their primary teacher for ELA and math, while social studies and science may be taught by the primary teacher or the other teacher in a 2-teacher team. For sixth grade, it's a little bit different. Sixth graders will be in 4 teacher teams or houses, with 1 teacher per core content area. Sixth grade students will rotate together in a class through their houses in ELA, math, social studies, and science. Houses will be arranged by clusters or classrooms that are next to each other, with fifth graders on the first floor and sixth graders on the second floor, so there's no really passing time or bells or anything like that. The students will have an easy way to transition. Consistent with the elementary schedule, all students will receive ELA, math, science, and social studies instruction daily, along with their specials classes. Fifth graders will have music, art, STEM, and GEM specials. Sixth graders will have the same core academic areas, including advanced math, as they do now in the following non-core classes. They'll have STEM, GEM, art, world language, band, and choir. Unlike a secondary school with bells and periods, houses will go to lunch, recess, and their specials all at the same time as a class, traveling together as they currently do in elementary schools, as a great way to build that community together.
Mr. Guganus, we know that students and parents are really excited to see this transformation. In fact, they've been able to watch some of the updates happening on the outside of the building over the last few months. There's a new entrance being constructed, as well as 2 playgrounds for students. Can you tell us when everyone will get to see the building?
It's a great question. We know that students and parents are waiting to come and see the school, and that's something we would love to have as well, but construction is ongoing inside and outside of the building right now. When we do get the green light, we will create days and times for students and parents to come into the new building. Families, make sure you're following the district social media and the Woodhaven Upper Elementary Facebook pages for updates.
We are all really excited to show the community the new school. In the meantime, we want our school community to be able to make some connections. So I understand there will be some opportunities scheduled for the summer.
Oh, for sure, because we cannot be in the building doesn't mean we can't get together. So we have partnered with our community partners, Revved Up Fun, over on West Road and Allen Road in Woodhaven, to provide 2 opportunities in July and August for families to come together and enjoy activities and connect with students and staff from the WUE. There will be discounted activities and wristbands and lots of fun. Another great thing about this activity is that all the money raised goes to the new Woodhaven Upper Elementary PTO. We are looking for parents and families to join the WUE PTO too, so please email WUE PTO, WUE PTO at WBSDweb.com if you're interested in learning more and becoming part of something new, or check your emails for that survey that went out. Again, the dates for July are July 16th, that's a Tuesday, at 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. In August, it will be August 13th from 5 to 9 p.m. as well.
That sounds great, Mr. G. Any last thoughts you want to leave us with?
I am so blessed to have this opportunity to go back and, get to the younger grades. I've done second grade, third grade, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've done a lot of things, but this age group reminds me of going back to BMS when I was the assistant principal over there, and just those connections we can build. We're working hard to make this experience. We're working on 5th grade camp, 6th grade trips to Chicago, possibly all these great things that we're working on. So this is going to be one of the greatest adventures that we can go on.
Thank you, Mr. Guganus and Mr. Satterfield. I appreciate you sharing this important information for our families and school communities. That wraps up today's episode of The Warrior Way. You can find the Warrior Way podcast where you listen to other great podcasts on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Sirius, and many others. It's also available on mywbsd.org and on rss.com.